If I told y'all once, I have said it 1,000,000 times that in these days and times, if you have not gotten reacquainted with your male counterparts, you are going to be in some serious trouble. Stay tuned for today's show. Well, welcome to my channel, you guys. Welcome to another episode of Just So You Know, I am your host, Alethea Jenkins. To all my oldies but goodies, what's up, y'all? To all my newbies, welcome in. I'm so excited that you decided to land here today to have a little chat with me. I'm really kind of teed off, y'all, but I don't want my new people to come in on the first time them watching me and watching my show and be like, "What is wrong with this chick?" Right? But y'all that know me, y'all know I don't show up, looking like I'm about to, hulk out on y'all. But I'm really teed off because at the end of the day, any mistreatment of women, I don't care what their status is, it teed me off because for one reason, I can just take that person out of that scenario and put myself there. I can see myself when there is an injustice that has been done to a woman. But before I get jump off into the conversation, because I told y'all I'm kind of teed off. But before I get off into the conversation today, let me tell you what I do on this channel. I encourage women to take accountability for their actions, and I clear up a lot of the blurred lines that society throws at us because y'all already know that I am here to tell the truth.
You can't handle the truth!
And when they said, listen, who will tell the truth? Who will? I'll tell it. I'll tell it. Because you know that's what Alethea means. Alethea does mean the truth. So let's okay, we got all that got the way. Okay, so what are we talking about? There was a situationship that happened with Vivica Fox and Taraji P. Henson, where I believe that they were at the same location because these were the same two paparazzi that were kind of bothering them both. Now, we've seen Vivica Fox in the media here lately, especially on the social media sites, because they have really been going in on Vivica Fox. They've been dragging her. I do not support it at all because at the end of the day, we know that, celebrities are going to do certain things, right? And they are living out loud, right? They are living their whole life out front. And if somebody were to follow you around with a camera, what would they find? Probably all types of foolishness that you did, but the only difference is that they have a little bit more money than the average person and they are being followed around. They have no anonymity at all. So, everything that they do is out front. And unfortunately, that's just the way love goes, right? Janet Jackson, if you're nasty. But anyway, yeah, so Vivica Fox have been in the social media for quite some time and everybody has been kind of dragging her, kind of talking about it real bad because of whatever she's done to her body or whatever. Okay, who cares? It is what it is. I hate it, but you understand what I'm saying? That's just life these days. And Taraji was in there, she's in and out, but she's a little bit more reserved in that fashion, like not doing a whole bunch to her body to draw attention to her that way. If she says something that's one thing. But this particular situation teed me off just for the fact that these are males. And y'all remember I told y'all I did that show and I said, basically folk going crazy. And I told y'all about that dream that I had that the men were going to be XYZ. But this show is really all about people just don't have any boundaries anymore. And it has gotten to the point to where it's no longer about we're admiring you. We are, we love you. We really do love you because back in the day, and I'm going to say back in my day, I ain't that old, but I'm old enough to say 20 years ago or so, right? We loved a celebrity. We bought their T-shirts. We went to their concerts or they had a book signing. We went there just to try to say hi or just to get a glimpse of them in the flesh, right? I can't say that it was not there were not people that were crossing boundaries, but I will say there was not as many people because social media wasn't at the place where it is now. Everybody has the freedom to have a freaking platform. And some folk don't need no doggone platform to be a bigger fool than what they already are, right? Now you're being a bigger fool for the world to see. It was just that you was being a big fool in your community or in your household, but now you're a big fool for the whole world to see because you got a computer that you carry around with you all the time, and you are able to get on these social media streets and just talk all kind of foolery for the world to see. So, anywho, what are you mad about, Alethea? I am really teed off at the fact that these men have crossed so many boundaries with these women. And I'm like, uh, for why? For why? So I didn't get a glimpse of the Vivica Fox case until I was looking at the one that happened to Taraji, where the guy, and we'll look at it in just a minute, but you can tell your normal human senses says when if I'm trying to talk to somebody and they're frowning up and they're kind of tensing up and they leaning to the side and they do I probably should leave that person alone. They really don't appear to want to communicate with me or they don't want me in their bubble. And you know what the bubble is. They don't want you in their space. Get away from me, right? I don't care if you saw all my movies. If I don't want to be bothered, look, bro, leave me alone, right? And so she got all the signs going on. She got the looks and she's trying to be nice and so I was like, Taraji, what are you doing out there by yourself? I wouldn't even want to be out there by myself if just me. I'm not a celebrity. I just wouldn't want to be in a place where there are a bunch of men that I don't know and I'm out there by myself. I ain't even got a girlfriend to witness what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you I know I sounded like a typewriter. Tell you the sad part about it. There are women and couples around and they're seeing her in a bit of distress. And they just looking. And y'all listen, I get it. I get it that this is also a mind your business culture because you could bystanders get jacked up. You understand what I'm saying? You may help somebody and you don't really even know the full out extent of what's going on. But in a situation like this, most people are gonna know who Taraji P. Henson is. She's been on all the popular shows. Power. I think that's the name of it because I don't watch it, but yeah, that one. She's been in all of the Hustle and Flow, uh, all of them. I ain't gonna try to name them because I'm gonna mess them up. Then Vivica Fox. She's a blast from the past, but she's also directing things. She's and the fact that she's been in so much social media, I know if you didn't know her then, you know her now, right? And these women, they women. Taraja is a little old bitty thing. She's really no bigger than me. I'm 5'2", 150 pounds. Well, I'm not gonna really bust a grape. Now I'm not telling you that if I had a weapon or something that I couldn't, that I could do some damage. But you understand what I'm saying? With hand to fist, I mean fist to fist. Yeah, you might be able to take me. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try me though. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Don't try me. But you understand what I'm saying. You got people. standing around. In one instance, I don't remember which instance it was, but you could hear a female that may have either been with them or close by them because you could hear her on the camera, just a kikiing. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't even have any decency to say, hey, bro, if you were with him to say, hey, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. You understand what I'm saying? Anywho, let's check out Taraji. Because I'm like, Taraji, what are you doing out here by yourself? Why are you out here by yourself? Why didn't you get one of the security guards from the place to walk you out, boo? And just you because listen, in my day, especially when I was kind of hanging out a little bit. And, I've been blessed with people that cared about me that if we went out, especially girlfriends, we're gonna walk each other to the car. We're gonna make sure each other get, but in those instances where I went places by myself, I was good about getting a little somebody to walk me, unless in my car was like right there. My car is parked right outside. She gonna find her a man that she done talked to in there in the inside of the thing that she knows somebody got some receipts on that he ain't gonna hit her over the head or something like that. And she was gonna walk out with that man. Can you walk me to my car, sir? It's dark outside. It's dark outside, sir. Can you walk me out? I got on a pair of 4-inch heels. I got on a little skirt, and I don't feel like rolling around tussling with the man because, yeah, no. Who doing that? So, anywho, let's check out Taraji. Taraji, what are you doing out there?
Only black superhero.
Oh, okay.
Hey Taraji,
Hi.
looking amazing.
Miss Raji. This is. It's Israel. How is your day going? You're zazzling. You're very zazzling. My homeboy got a book for a black superhero woman.
I can't take that.
Because you at least let me
comes
take a
out
picture.
and then maybe I really can't. It's on
Yes, ma'am. Okay, can I at least get a picture? Dang, thank you for being honest.
I have to. But
Which one's yours? She said she can't be in contact with your foolish. Here,
I didn't say that.
give
Here,
me
here,
this.
get it.
Take that picture, bro. Come here. You see I'm with a queen? Do something. Miss Henson, you know we good.
It's better this way because the light is coming this way, so I just face.
Miss Henson.
There you go.
Where we gonna
3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Let me see
3,
your
2,
book
1.
and stuff.
All right.
Said she can't touch it, bro. I feel that.
Cause it's the money. It ain't OG.
I am represented.
Did you
If
get that
were
picture?
interested
Yeah, I
in
got
playing
it.
a role
Is
like
it
that,
good? Let me see.
If you get it to my people,
One
that's
more,
the
one
only
more.
way
Tell
I
me
can
who
do
is-
that.
who is your people.
I'm
Are you guys
with,
ready? All right, 3, 2, 1.
Rondé Garrett.
3, 2, 1. All right, perfect.
Thank you, Tupac.
Thank you.
Tupac.
Speak Tupac.
My queen.
You're not
Um,
funny.
I'm your bodyguard until now. What you need me to do?
Nothing, babe. I just need
I'll
my
drop
car
all
to-
these niggas.
ORONDE. And it's at M88.
I got your back, queen.
Thank you.
Hey, see, nobody want that demonic ass book. You owe me 100, fam.
I love you so much.
Jesus is Lord, and everybody know it. What's up with y'all?
No, you didn't.
Miss Henson, you strike?
You didn't.
My name is Israel.
This is just tomfoolery. And I don't believe that this is just celebrity culture or a celebrity cultural type of situation. Though it is, but it's not just that. I think that this is a societal problem because it's almost like your sensibility, uh, uh, you everything that you can name that's just wrong about this is just wrong about this, right? She is still a human being. And why is it that they're treating her like she is almost like an inanimate object? I don't understand it. Now, I know what you're saying. Alethea, what you do on this channel is you, 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 you're asking women to take accountability. Now, Taraji, come on, my girl. You know that you can't come out here in these streets no more. And this will probably be for the rest of her life, y'all. Because even as she ages and maybe, she's matriculated on to some different things that she would want to do. She's made all the money that she wants to make in this capacity, right? There will still be folk that want to take a picture with Taraji because she has done all these things. Let me tell y'all something. You better count up the costs. Even with me getting on here, I've had some discussions with my family and folk that if I begin to reach some type of YouTube celebrity status or um, social media status, okay, what the plan is, what we doing? Because this is when you're getting on social media and you're putting yourself out there for the world to see, this is in fact a family decision. You may not, you listen, yeah, I know people don't look at it like that, but you are putting your whole family out there essentially. Because what do we do? Think about how we do people. I'm going to take myself for instance. So just say I was looking up somebody like say I was looking up Taraji. Okay, I was looking up Taraji. I said, "Oh, let me see what Taraji got going on here." And I'm gonna Google Taraji P Henson. Taraji P Henson. And then it's gonna pull up a Wikipedia. It's gonna pull up her pictures and all the things that she's done, the movies, and just give you like a little snapshot of her, basically her celebrity life. And probably if somebody has dug deep enough, they know about her personal life too. So then you say to yourself, I wonder who some Taraji dating. Who's Taraji dating? Pop up all her men. I wonder how tall Taraji is. Pop up how tall she is, and so on and so forth. So your privacy is gone. And I'm not saying that it should be that way because these are human beings. But what we've got to take into consideration as um, average people, them folk don't want you up in their face all the time. They listen. They got the stresses of life and living life out loud. They don't want to take no doggone selfie. Get somewhere and sit down. They do not want you up in their face all the time. I know you love all her movies, but just be like just like I would be. I'm gonna tell you how I would be. I'd be like, I love you. I loved you in Hustle and Flow, and I'm gonna keep it moving. This lady human. If you cut her, she'll bleed. If she's human. But now see on the other side of this, now Taraja, don't be coming out here in these streets with with average folk and you done been all on the television because folk is crazy. People have lost all of their sensibility these days when it comes to celebrities. And everybody want to do things for a like and a click. They're not thinking about you like you're a human. They're thinking like you are an object. And it doesn't make any sense. But you better know it for your own safety. I mean, I'm just saying, I love me some Taraji. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's talented. She can sing. It's like she's a Renaissance woman. Am I gonna go straight food if I see her at the local whatever? No, if I say anything, girl, I loved you and I could do bad by myself. Keep it moving. Leave the woman alone. She just ate. She full. She probably don't feel good that day. Her stomach might be messed up. Leave that lady alone, right? Just so you can say, I was with Taraji. She don't know you. She don't. Okay, so you took a selfie with her, but Taraji don't come out here. Don't come out here. You need some people. You need some people. You need Taraja. Listen to sis. Listen to sis. We most folks done went crazy. Okay, the mental health is at an all-time low for most folks. We got folk in the Oval Office that's doing what they do, driving everybody crazy. We done had the COVID. Some folks still haven't recovered from that mentally. Don't come out here. Don't come out here like that, please. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk to Auntie. I'm gonna talk to Auntie Vivica because she wasn't playing with them. However, it wouldn't have been a whole lot that she can do, and that's these same two nut jobs that are with Taraji. I mean, just complete what's happening, y'all. And I'm gonna show you how in just a second how history repeats itself, right? This ain't the first time folk done went crazy. Folk done went crazy before. This thing just coming back around, and I do think this is not the tip. This is just inching up to the tip. We're getting to a critical mass. We ain't there yet. I think this thing gonna go worse than what it is. Let's look at uh Auntie, and they rolled up on her too, y'all. Who is that cackling in the background? And
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
so
Don't get over
funny?
here.
She clearly is not playing.
Please, since you looking buttery beautiful,
I don't know. See what
can
I
I
say?
get a little?
Hey, do me a favor.
I can't get a
I
picture.
told you, don't do that. No, you cannot. Yeah, much love back at you
Don't
too.
do how you treat me.
Hey, where are you?
Vivica, you always making a scene.
And he walked her clear across the road, ushering
Making
her.
a scene,
And
Vivica.
she's clearly trying to get away.
Y'all fine as a motherfucker, both of y'all. Jesus is Lord.
It's all her.
And I ain't gay. I'm ungayable. Ungayable. How you doing, Queen?
Okay. All right. See you.
So, what is so dangerous about this scene to me is a couple of things, at least a couple of things. I can probably think of a million, but the fact that clout culture has replaced common sense, and these women are not seen as someone that needs protected. They're not looked upon as the damsel in distress. They are looked upon as content, right? Because essentially that's what they're doing. They're on their phones, they want pictures, they want Here's the weird thing about it. He keeps saying Jesus is Lord, but then in the same breath, he is screaming obscenities at the people. He's saying that he wants to have sex with both of them. He's not gay, but he would have sex with the man and the woman. So, y'all know I'm way too sensitive when it comes to picking up on certain things. I ain't gonna tell you that there aren't some things that I miss sometimes because I'm human. I miss things sometimes. You kind of got to get up pretty early in the morning for me to miss something as big as him yelling, Jesus is Lord for real. He keeps saying Jesus is Lord for real. What is that about, y'all? And the fact that he keeps saying just weird stuff. What's up, Tupac? What sir? Are you on some type of drug or what's happening? It's it's concerning. It is very concerning. Now, is it 100% those nut jobs? Is it their fault? 100% no. Because Vivica and Taraji, they've been celebrities long enough to understand that they cannot come out amongst common people. the way that you or I would, right? Don't nobody know me, right? Don't nobody know me. But if I ever should reach some type of status, understand that am going to understand the rules. And I'm not telling you that I might not have a bad day or a bad encounter or whatever, because I'm pretty sure that some of that comes with the territory. But I'm going to try my doggone bestest. I don't even know if that's even how you would say that. I'm going to try my best not to be out amongst common people just hanging. You can't hang no more. You can't that those days are over. And I know that a lot of celebrities feel like, man, I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I'm in some type of a jail or something. I've heard them say that over and over. But this is one of the unfortunate prices that you have to pay for for celebrity status. Yeah, you get to live in the lap of luxury. You get to have all the money and things that are so far reaching for the average person, but understand there's a price to pay for those statuses that they reach, right? And I don't get it though, how unscrupulous people can be. But might I add, there is something that I want to read for you guys. So just give me a little latitude here. And we are going to go to the Bible. Now, if you are not a Christian or you ain't got no time for no biblication reading, listen, this is my platform and this is what I would like to do on my platform because I want to show you how this ain't the first time people don't went crazy. And one of the things that people like to do is they like to say, look, um, the Bible is just psychological babble. None of those people ever lived. None of this stuff ever happened. No, we should just be thinking of how it affects our mind. These are fictional characters. These are stories. Yeah, but it's history repeating itself. How you explain that? Now, I'm not telling you that I don't believe that there is psychological piece that the Bible speaks to. Absolutely. But there are many different levels. You cannot dismiss the other parts of it, right? So let me pull out my biblications on y'all. And I'm a paper Bible save. I'm not digital Bible save. When I gave the Lord my life, it was on this book right here with pages. And don't you just love to smell pages? Let me read this to you. This is Genesis 19. And I'm going to try to put these scriptures up here so that you can read along for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Get your Bible out. Genesis 8 Genesis 18 chapter 19. Wait a minute. Ge- Chapter 19. Genesis chapter 19 starting at verse 1. Check out this story. Now remember the guy, I don't mean to call names, you guys, but when people act nuts, you just have to call it like it is, right? Okay. So he said towards the end of the Vivica video, he said, I would sleep with you both. Now I'm not gay, but and I'm finna get ready to show you how a lot of this tomfoolery happened before, but it's in the biblication. It is in the Bible. Some of this foolishness. Check this out. This is the story of when the angels visited Lot. So, and there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around. They surrounded the doggone house, y'all. But old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and they said unto him, where are the men with which came in with thee last night? Bring them out to us. Bring them out here. Bring them out. Bring them out. And they, so that we may know them. Now, know in the Bible always speaks to some level of sex, sexual encounter, right? Bring them out so we can know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And he said, I pray you, brethren, do not do so wickedly. I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. And behold, now I have two daughters which have not known a man. Look, they virgins. They ain't never been with no man before. Y'all can have them. He said, let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. Look, y'all, don't do this to them. Y'all, look, y'all embarrassing me. Don't do this to the men who came to visit us. Don't do this. So he says, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be judged. Now, will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break that. They said, we're going to break this door down. If you don't give us them men and let us have sex with them right here today, we finna come busting up in there. We feel like busting loose. This is what they say. I'm reading this to y'all. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house. Now the angels did this. They said, get on back in here, Lot. Ain't no sense in talking to these nut jobs. Because look, they got issues. Okay. So they pulled Lot back into the house and they shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So listen, tell you what's so pitiful about that. They was blind, still trying to find the door. They were so wrapped with lust and foolishness. They some nut jobs. We gonna have sex with them men if it's the last thing we do. So have we gotten to that point yet? Not quite. Are we headed there? I believe so. I believe so. It's an unfortunate thing, but these are the things that you've got to be preparing your mind for and determine which side you're going to be on. You're going to be a part of the solution or part of the problem. Now, as it relates to these young ladies, um, there have been other shows that have been done because I heard about this on Unwind with Tasha K. She did a little reel on it, and she was saying how they couldn't afford, you know, bodyguards or whatever. And that may be the case. I don't know about their finances. All I know is, don't you have a brother, a cousin, or somebody, a friend that would roll with you? You understand what I'm saying? That could at least of a male, gender that can deal with this for you. But apparently, these bodyguards, carry a pretty high. I couldn't even hardly get it out. They carry a pretty high price dollar. Um, if I don't say so myself, I'm thinking to myself, I might be in the wrong business. I could be in that business anyway, because I ain't gonna scare nobody off. But y'all understand? I'm hearing that they come with a pretty high price tag.
Bodyguards. For most of us, they're nothing more than gigantic, sometimes well-dressed dudes we see walking behind celebrities. Or they're the only thing keeping you from getting an autograph from Lady Gaga. But the bodyguard business is booming, and it's not just famous rich people who are hiring personal security. It's the boring ones too.
I hired a security guard to come protect me while I do my Craigslist exchange.
And for people who want a bodyguard but think that they're too inconvenient to book, there's an app for that.
A new app named Bond wants to provide on-demand protection.
But the boom has specifically happened in places like New York or Hong Kong, cities that have recently had massive protest and political unrest. The bodyguard schools in China say they can't churn out enough students to keep up with the demand from all of the country's newly minted millionaires. Because around the world, the bodyguard boom also goes hand in hand with growing inequality. As we all know, the rich are getting richer, and the rest of us are getting increasingly disgusting to them, or at least terrifying. So whether or not the growing demand for personal security is a good thing depends on who you're asking. Because hey, it is good news for bodyguards.
A highly qualified executive protection agent, they'll make anywhere from $100,000, they can make over $200,000 easily.
Bodyguards have bills too, which I'm guessing includes a huge budget for sunglasses. The top executive protection agents serving.
So, like I said, it seems like we are all in the wrong business. But I think what we got to think about in these types of situations is we've got to stop placing so much blame on the celebrity. Do they have a responsibility to understand that, yeah, your privacy is, something that is probably non existent, although that doesn't make it right. But at the end of the day, because you are not the average person anymore, you have reached a celebrity status. You have to take responsibility for that. You can't just be hanging out with us like that. Just hanging out, no security, just walking around like everything is cool. Because unfortunately, there are people out there that are unscrupulous that do not have a moral compass. They do not know right from wrong. Or even if they do know right from wrong, they are not going to do the right thing, right? Because they want their likes. They want their social media account to blow up because they can post your picture or post themselves talking to you, right? But if we look deeper into this matter, we will see that this is really not a celebrity issue. It's a societal issue. And if you can amen this and you say, well, you know what? It's their fault. It's all Taraji and Vivica and whoever else is a celebrity that tries to just act like an average person. It's their fault for causing a riot. That's also imbalanced. It's on both sides. People need to stop acting like nut jobs. And celebrities need to stay in their lane. You can no longer do this, right? But pretty soon, if you are saying, okay, well, it's their fault, pretty soon it won't be just celebrities. It will be average people like you and I. And I don't tend to think that's a good thing. That is a bit scary to understand that this could happen to average women. And I told y'all on the last show that pretty soon it's going to be a pretty unpopular thing to be without a male because men just view other men in a different kind of way. They look at it as, well, I got to go through him to get to her. You understand what I'm saying? And many times it's the simple things that will deter some type of deviant away from you. And I don't care what people say about marriage and the fact that marriage, man, it's just a piece of paper. I've heard it all. Marriage is a business decision. No, there's so many things that marriage protects you against. And protection is not just mental, psychological, emotional. It is actually protecting a body. My husband got one body to guard. One that he is signed up for forever, that he gonna guard this body, right, as much as he can. And so same thing with you. Your husband has one body to guard. And if you're with your man and he's not necessarily your husband, but he is your mate, he got one body to guard. right? And if he can't guard that one body, which is you, then probably, right. You need to figure out something else. But this is it seems like the circle of life is circling. And things that have been before will be again. There is no new thing under the sun, you guys. And it's concerning. And we as individuals really need to think about what we're doing. Cut out this tomfoolery. So that's all I got to say, y'all. I almost ate the mic. But that's all I have to say, you guys. I love you guys so much, and y'all know that I'm just telling you this just so you know. But I actually want y'all to do something about it. But just so you know, I want you to do something about it. Listen, that's it for this episode, and I will be back real soon with some more good conversation. I pray that you guys have been enlightened, entertained, got a chuckle or something out of this show. And if you have, make sure you reach down there and click that like button and subscribe to my channel so you'll know the other shows that I have coming up pretty soon. So until next time, make sure you be good to yourself. If not, just be good to somebody else. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys back real soon. Bye for now.